Retraction. This is a statement saying that something you said or wrote at an earlier time is not true or correct. And with this case, a well-known person is still having issues with this word. This person is tied with this certain word that even historians were divided in half, always thinking if he really did it or not. In this case, the person that I'm talking about is none other than the national hero of the Philippines, Dr. Jose Rizal. So why do people still consider Rizal as the national hero if retracted? Is there really sufficient evidence that he retracted? Did Rizal and her fiancée, Josephine Bracken, marry before getting shot at Bagong Bayan? All of the mentioned questions will be answered in the following statements. But before that, let us dig deeper into claims of the pro-retraction camp and the anti-retraction camp. Meet the pro-retraction camp, the Jesuits, the Archbishop of Manila, and the other members of the Catholic hierarchy. According to sources, most of the Jesuits were the witness of Jose Rizal's signing of the retraction paper, which was resurfaced later on for public viewing on May 13, 1935, 39 years after his death. It was said to be found by Father Manuel A. Garcia at the Catholic Hierarchy's archive in Manila. Another notable persons of the pro-retraction camp are the two priests that will be mentioned, which are Father P.O.P. and Father Vicente Balaguer. Let us know first who is Father P.O.P. According to sources, Father P.O.P. is the Jesuit superior of the Philippines in Rizal time. He claimed that Rizal copied a shorter version of retraction and was handed the said letter to the Archbishop of Manila, Bernardino Nozaleda. On the other hand, Father Vicente Balaguer is the person who visited Rizal multiple times on December 29, 1896, who also debated Catholic doctrines with Rizal, the one who also handed the retraction letter from Rizal to Father P.O.P. If there is a pro-retraction camp, there is also their opponent, the anti-retraction camp. The anti-retraction camp stated 3 points on why they question Rizal's retraction paper. Point 1. Original document never shown publicly. The only shown document was the copy. Point 2. Conflicting versions and altered dates. Example, 1890, 1890, and 1896. And lastly, point 3. Controlled entirely by friars. Written, witnessed, archived, and rediscovered, just like the claims of the pro-retraction camp. The two notable historians who analyzed the retraction paper of Rizal were Rafael Palma and Austin Coates. Rafael Palma's perspective on why he believed the retraction paper is not true is because of these arguments. Point 1. Document kept secret for 30 years. Imagine after the death of Rizal, the paper was suddenly resurfaced. What would you think of it? Isn't it suspicious? Not just that. Point 2. Family denied access to the original and marriage certificate. If the retraction is true, the church will grant access to the original documents of Rizal, such as its retraction letter and the marriage certificate of Rizal and Josephine Bracken. TMI, the alleged reason of Rizal why he retracted is because he wants to get married to Josephine Bracken under the Roman Catholic Church. Point 3. Secret burial without Catholic rites. If Rizal really retracted, he would be laid to rest with proper Catholic burial rites, in which he didn't receive it. His sister Narcisa found out the place in which he was buried by bribing the caretaker of the cemetery. Point 4. Rizal was buried without a marker. Only the family identified the grave. This was also similar to the third point. Fifth point. Burial record placed among those who died impenitent. If he did really retract, his name will not be placed on the record of the person who died without showing regret or impenitent as says. The points are very strong, aren't they? But wait, there's more. Austin Coates, who is also a historian, has also his points when it comes to the retraction of Rizal. These points are the following. Point 1. Called the retraction an ecclesiastical fraud. This is also similar to what Rafael Palma has mentioned. Given the fact that the family was denied access to the original documents, and if the retraction was really true, he'll still be granted proper Catholic burial rites, in which he didn't. It is basically a fraud. Point 2. Believed friars orchestrated the retraction. Since he was a figure of knowledge and wisdom who fought for the inequalities that the Spaniards did to the Filipinos, they set him up in order for them to make Rizal look weak and remain loyal to the Roman Catholic Church. Point 3. No signed letter of retraction. Coates believed that the handwriting in the retraction paper is forged. This may also be due to lack of accuracy in the retraction paper, like the typographical error of dates that was mentioned earlier. And lastly, point 4. Jesuits failed to ensure proper burial rites. Similar to Rafael Palma's point, if retracted, he will be granted proper Catholic burial rites. Very strong points to the two historians that we've mentioned. It is quite tough to know where to side between pro-retraction camp and the anti-retraction camp. Let us know if the implication of the retraction is true, if ever. This implication is divided into 3 points. Point 1. Restore the church moral ascendancy. If Rizal really retracted, this can restore their moral ascendancy. This just proves that the church was incorrectly and unjustly maligned by Rizal through his words and actions. Point 2. Reassert church's authority over Rizal. If proven, it will just strengthen the existing power of the church that it already has. And lastly, point 3. Undermine the revolution's legitimacy. If Rizal really retracted, this would weaken the justification of the revolution and the willingness of the Filipinos to revolt against the Spaniards. And that's it. We now know why Rizal is always associated with the word retraction, as it is not settled due to lack of concrete evidence and strong proof of the alleged retraction. People are still debating this type of subject, but who knows? What side will you take? What evidence would you believe? Tip: just be objective.